Good morning, traders. So let's dive into EURUSD. What I can see is that yesterday, we had that push up. We actually created a demand over here, which price is currently in right now. And yeah, we might just see this demand chain follow through. We were like really impulsively bullish yesterday after having this range. So it's quite nice to see. And yeah, again, just having a little range here at the moment, but yeah, could start pushing up later or come down, liquidate that, use the bottom zone to push up higher. Obviously got some demands lower, but for the time being, since price is really bullish, I would just follow the demand chain. So we have this demand. Not sure if you can hear my cat scratching the door, but yeah, anyways. If I look at the 15-minute reaction here, you can definitely see it was rangy overnight. And yeah, you could just wait for minor break like this. It has to form demand still, but yeah, it should leave behind some demand that we can liquidate and then enter on the break. You guys should know the entry model by now, so yeah, just look out for some confirmation from this demand, otherwise it's obviously not strong enough, so not rushing to enter. And yeah, we'd just target this supply here, that's all, because you want to see if it's going to, even though overall price bullish and we want to reach this high, price isn't just going to fly up there in a day. It's going to go up, come down, retrace, and make its way up like that. So that's why you kind of want to trade it piece by piece, if that makes sense. Yeah, you can see GU actually pushed up into the supply again here, and they're actually holding, which is interesting. You can see we have the 4-hour minor break here, which is really nice to see. Then you have 4-hour supply, fresh supply. So let me just mark that out properly. This would be 4-hour supply, and oops, price came back into that kind of, but yeah, you can see just really rangy and messy here. I'm not sure I would really take an entry from this. You have minor break, you had the liquidation of the supply, and then yeah, this would be the entry right here after the break. And if you had that there, like, when did the break happen? Technically it happened around here at 9:30, so yeah, you definitely could have taken this entry. It'll be there, and target 1 to 3 would have been a nice trade, but yeah, quite messy, but valid. And yeah, overall target is still the low or the daily demand. But overall, since this is like the second touch, I don't see it as a high probability area to trade from. We are above 50%, but yeah, if we had the entry for the first initial reaction, would have been better. This is the second one, so it's definitely weak. I don't like to enter from the second touch of the zone. And yeah, obviously we had the zone up higher as well, so I see this as easily being liquidity. So oops, let's see how, oh shit, what am I doing? I'm trying to go, yeah, let's see how this plays out by the end of the day. This could just be a false breakout. Remember that price likes to lure people, and that early sellers that are trying to get into early too quickly. So this is just a initial push, but it could easily just come back up and take all this liquidity above these relative equal highs, and yeah, then push up higher. So I'm not really regretting not being in this. And yeah, so GU, just wait for it to liquidate the supply, I think. Or, even if it does hold, it's going to be better you see that it holds and creates another supply, because then you know that the bearish momentum has kicked in, because retracement is complete. So we should be flipping bearish, but you want to get that higher probability entry, which isn't yet, in my opinion, when you have so much liquidity remaining. And yeah, EU, wait to see some confirmation from here if we head up into the supply, or it could align with GU, come down a bit lower into these demands, because you're kind of creating liquidity like this, so it could come into this lower one and then head up. Yeah, so let's see what happens. Bye guys.